everybody. Today marks 6 years since my mum has passed away. And in dedication to my mum, I thought to share with you a little bit from my book that will be out later this year, titled Tell Me Again About the First Time You Heard Me Cry. The first passage that I'll be sharing with you, I titled A Mother's Favorite Story to Her Daughter about her adoption. My baby, you may not have my eyes or my blood running through your veins, but from that very first moment that I saw you, when I heard you cry and I picked you up, you crawled into my heart. God brought us together. He chose us for one another. Always remember that. Love, Mummy. The first time, Mummy's story. I will share a few lines with you in this first chapter. Ever since I learned about my adoption, the story of how it all came about was my favorite story to hear my mum tell me. It was on a weekday morning when I did a home visit with some of our church ladies to pray for an elderly lady, your granny. During our prayer session, I heard a baby cry, and I asked, whose baby is crying? I walked into the other room, and there you were, laying on the bed. I picked you up, and you immediately stopped crying. During that time, a bond was created, and you crawled into my heart. When I got home, I told my husband about you, and I could not stop thinking about you. I couldn't wait for the morning of our next visit to your granny's house. I wanted to see you again and to see how you were doing. My heart broke that day when I had to leave you. I asked if I could come back the next day to see you. Your granny said yes, that is if a social worker has not been by to pick you up. My mum told me that she prayed and trusted God that she will get to see me again, and she did. The book will be out later on this year, and you can then read the whole story about my life as an adoptee. Saying goodbye to my mom 6 years ago was the hardest thing I had to do. But I thank God for the strength that He gave me. Yes, there were tears and sadness and brokenheartedness in between, but He gave me the strength to fulfill what I wanted to do. And that was the prayer that He answered in letting me say goodbye to my mom before it was too late. I made it to the hospital in time while she was taking her last few breaths. I'm forever grateful for the blessing of my mom in my life. If she had not found me and if she had not taken me, I honestly don't know where my life would have been today. I am the woman I am today because of my mom, because of everything that she has taught me, everything that she has instilled in me. It is a difficult day for me today to remember that this is the day that took my mom. But I'll hold on to the memories, I'll hold on to the good times and the bad times, because both those times shaped me. Both those times taught me lessons that I carry with me throughout my life today. I'm grateful to God for so many things, but I have to be honest in saying I'm mostly grateful that He afforded me the opportunity to thank her and to always appreciate her for what she did. Ever since I learned about my adoption, I made it a point to always thank her for having found me and for having taken me. I always told her how much I loved her because I wanted her to know that her love to me means more than anything. So I want to share with adoptees out there, some of you who might have lost your adoptive mother and father, as I had, hold on to those memories because they are a big part of your life. They made you the person that you are today. And I really hope that all of you out there has got good, great memories that you can carry with you and that you can share and pass on to others. So to my mom, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you for everything, for walking in and picking up a strange baby crying, for falling in love with just the sight of a crying baby, the minute you picked me up. Our story is a beautiful story. It is by far the best nursery rhyme story or children's story that you can find. In my book, I say that many children prefer a fairy tale as their bedtime story. But my favorite story was the one that my mom told me about my adoption. I'm grateful to God because God is our heavenly author and He sends us our human authors on earth to help us tell our stories. And that is what my mom was to me. She was my human author. So, Mommy, up in the heavens, happy anniversary. You are with our Father. You are with our Master. And I know that you are in a better place. Yes, it is sometimes hard for me to realize that. I have to convince my heart about that. I have conversations with you as if you've never left. But I'm grateful for those because that is what keeps us connected. I miss you, I love you, and I will always appreciate you for everything that you have done. And if things could be done over again in the next life, I would want it to be done this way because I would choose you over and over again. I would just like to say that that is not something I'm just saying now, but that is something that I told my mom repeatedly when she was alive. So adoptees, take these opportunities when you still have your adoptive parents with you. Appreciate them, love them, make sure they know that you appreciate and love them for all that they have done and is still doing for you. Because when the time comes when you don't have them anymore, those are the moments that you will long for the most. Thank you for allowing me to share my story with you all out there. And I hope that my story uplifted someone and inspired someone. Until we chat again, take care everybody. And adoptees, remember, you are not here by mistake. You were chosen. Thank you everybody. Goodbye.
Didn't know today would be our last, or that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast. I'm so numb I can't feel anymore. I'm praying